What's going on, guys? I am Jaye the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about the truth about the toxic relationship between Ray J and Princess Love. For those of you who don't know who these people are, they are a couple who's pretty much lived their relationship through reality TV. You know, Ray J is the younger brother of Brandy. I remember when he was on the Moesha show. Then he went from that to making music, and now years later, he is a entrepreneur. He's actually very good businessman, very savvy businessman. In the process of, I would say, the past 6 or 7 years, maybe, he's been dating Princess Love. She's actually used to be a part of the Mayweather clan, if you know what I mean. And apparently, she ended up getting with Ray J. And they pretty much, ever since, have been living their life through reality TV, as I said. If you look at the relationship and what is going on, it has been very toxic. Not only because of the fact that Ray J doesn't seem like a one-woman man, but also the fact that Princess Love has had the propensity to get a little violent, you know? So looking at their relationship, look at what's going on. They constantly used to argue and fight. Either because he wasn't honest about where he went and the things that he did, where he stood in that relationship. There was one particular scene on, I believe it's Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, right? They were sitting near the pool, and he was discussing the situation, and she threw a drink at him, just started throwing stuff at him, and he ended up pushing her into the pool. And I believe she tried to get out the pool to go at him. That's pretty much their relationship. Even though, you know, they've had kids together, it doesn't seem like that has changed much. I think she may have mellowed out a bit, but, you know, Ray J is going to be Ray J, you know? And I'm not saying that he doesn't want the situation to work. What I'm saying is it's already had shaky foundations, you know? I don't believe he's either for one woman. I just think that he still has the mindset of, you know, being a bachelor. He's been a bachelor for a long time, and he still may be getting adjusted to married life, having a family. You know, and what's interesting is that he grew up in that type of household, that type of environment with his mother and father. And I think that he may want that, but then at the same time, he's used to a certain lifestyle. And a lot of times it's hard for these guys. I'm not making excuses, but it's hard for those guys to get out of that lifestyle that they're used to, being a bachelor. Even though they want to be a family man, even though they want to change things, it's still difficult for them to do so, you know? And it doesn't help that they're living their relationship through reality TV. It doesn't help that all the issues that they have, they bring to, you know, reality TV. And not only infidelity or just the constant bickering between each other, but the fact that, you know, his mother is not the biggest fan of her. You bring all of that together, and you're going to have a relationship that's going to have its issues. Now, they actually broke up, and she wanted to divorce him, and they separated for a little while, but they got back together. And because they got back together, it only reinforces the fact that a lot of these chicks, man, they're getting back with these guys because, one, we're still in a bit of a pandemic, and two, the options are out there ain't the same as it was before. You know, you look at Princess Love, right? She's a mother now. You know, her and Ray J have, you know, 2 young ones together. She don't want to raise them by herself. And it doesn't help her when it comes to dating, because I'm pretty sure she tried to date other guys, but still we're in the middle of a you know, pandemic. It's kind of hard to really get out there and go on dates like that, especially if you live in California. So I think in her mind, it was best for business to get back with Ray J, which I'm pretty sure Ray J is thrilled because I don't think he wants to go through a divorce. So, as I said before, I don't think that his parents were the biggest fan of her, especially his mother. I believe she wanted Ray J to have her sign a prenup. Okay? Now, Ray J did some things as far as the first time they broke up, as far as the prenup situation goes. But again, Ray J is a savvy businessman. And honestly, for us as men, we're looked down upon if we ask a woman to sign a prenup. We're looked down upon for wanting to protect ourselves. But if you look at how these divorces go, especially if you live in a state like California, it's not going to go very well. You know, a lot of these shits are going to come after you with everything that they have in order to get everything that you have. And there are guys that want to protect themselves. There's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. There's nothing wrong with, women should do it too. Why not? If women want to protect their assets, why not? Men should be able to do the same thing. I just think that we get shamed when we ask a woman to sign a prenup. But when women ask a man to sign a prenup, that's what he's supposed to do. Why are you trying to get her money? Sign the prenup. Do you love her? You're a man. But with a woman, it comes down to she gave up everything to be with you. And it's like, no, she didn't have to give up anything. If she felt that she needed to, work or, start a business, I would help her do that. But a lot of times women get comfortable with these relationships and then out of the blue, they're ready to leave because you've accumulated so much bad will with her by whatever it is that you did in that relationship that once she has had enough, now she wants out, and I think that if you are somebody who is successful and have built your wealth on your own and you want to get a prenup, whether you're male or female, absolutely do that. Protect yourself, But I just think that we need to have more of a balanced discussion on these things. It shouldn't always be the men that have to, pay when it comes to these situations. I think that is incredibly wrong, Also, earlier on in the relationship, Princess Love tried to make it seem as if Ray J was insecure about the fact that she was previously a part of the Mayweather clan. And Ray J and Floyd was cool, and then he ended up getting with Princess Love. What's interesting? There are a lot of women that are around Floyd end up with different dudes in the industry or with dudes around him. Like he had an ex-girlfriend that ended up with Gervonta Davis. Princess Love with Ray J. Doesn't bother Floyd Mayweather. So if it doesn't bother him, it ain't gonna bother me. But she played that card earlier on that he may be insecure about Floyd and the things that he could buy her. But I think that a lot of times women will play that card that you're insecure, that this guy can do more for me than you, in order to sort of humble you, to get at you, and you can't fall for it. If you think that guy can do more than me, go with him. That's how I would have handled the situation. If you think he can do more for you, go with him then. Go. Now, I also want to emphasize this. I don't think Princess Love wants to be a single mother. I think that it may be okay now. She spent some time alone being a single mother, but I believe she's tired of that. I believe she's used to having somebody. And I think that she wants to be back, I'm going to say 100% with him, but the fact that she doesn't want to go through with the divorce just shows that once again, she needs somebody, a good businessman like, Ray J. She needs somebody like that. I'm pretty sure again that she's went on dates. I'm pretty sure, but you're not gonna hear about it. One, because Princess Love is not a big name, so I mean, but there's always cameras everywhere. People can always see you with somebody and snap photos. But it just, I don't think it's been working out. It reminds like Neo and his wife. They're now back together. Soon after they broke up, she's on a date with this guy who clearly is uncomfortable with her filming him. Okay. He's not trying to be in a relationship with her. And I think that from that moment on, she probably realized that she's not going to have it as good as she did when she was with Neo. A lot of those guys only see her as a smash and dash. They don't see her as a relationship, female, there are a lot of these chicks, man, they be so eager to get out of these marriages and get out of these relationships only to find out that there's just not no one's really checking for you like that. Especially the guys that you're looking for. They're not looking to date you. They may want to smash. They're not looking to be in a relationship with you. So a lot of these particular females go right back to the guy they're with because it's a very comfortable situation. I think Princess Love was comfortable with Ray J. Singer Neo's wife is comfortable being with him. She went out and dated other guys, of course, but again, her value is going to be higher as staying with Neo than being single. A lot of these and that's just they figure that out and they say, it's better to go back. Which actually, if you're a guy, right, and these women leave you and they go and they date other people, how does that make you look that you're taking them back? That they went out there on the dating market and there was just no takers, there was no buyers, and you're taking them back. Ain't no telling what they did on that break. I'm not saying that these guys weren't doing them, but come on, man. These women are releasing all that pent up energy that they had in that relationship when they were just dealing with one guy, allegedly. When they're single and free, they don't have the shame or stigma of messing around on their mate. Ain't no telling what these chicks were doing. Ain't no telling. And they're going back to you.